Let's get underway.
Welcome everyone to Underway. We have an illustrious guest for you today, joining us live from the NWSL Championship Media Day, a player who burst onto the scene this season. We are incredibly lucky to have her here to chat the final and the most important game of the season. Ladies and gentlemen, it's Sarah Schupansky. Sarah, thank you so much for joining us. How are you doing today?
Great. I hope you're doing well as well. But thank you so much for having me. I'm so excited to be in San Jose in the same time zone as you.
Yeah. It's your first NWSL Championship Media Day. How's that experience so far?
I mean, it's incredible to see the strides women's sports and women's soccer has taken in the last couple of years. To have this much traction means so much. And it's really eye-opening as a young athlete like myself to be able to be experiencing this so early on into my career. And it's just, I'm so hopeful for the younger generations of female athletes hoping to be in this position one day.
Yeah, I mean, it looks like a great scene there. I saw that they have like a boat float with like soccer, like right on the bay. What's been the coolest thing that you've seen so far?
To be honest, it's just been to training and back
Yeah.
pretty consistently. Our schedule's pretty packed, but they do have a super cool Nike lounge for us in the
Oh, cool.
hotel. With all of these awesome amenities that are available to us and video games we can play together as a team. So I think that's been a super cool part of this week, and we're definitely taking advantage of it. I can tell you that.
What games are you guys playing? I have to assume FIFA's probably or EAFC is on heavy rotation.
Yeah, it's usually FIFA. I think the most fun part is playing as ourselves, if I'm
Yeah,
being honest.
that's got to be pretty cool.
Yeah, I definitely choose a stare most of the time, just because of how incredible she is in front of the
Yeah,
net. But yeah, FIFA is pretty much consistently what we're going with.
yeah. Are you? I don't want to say that. Like, I'm not that great at it. I can win against the computer. How good are you on FIFA? And like, do you play as
So
yourself
so
too?
so bad.
Oh, really? Okay.
I am horrible. I mostly watch and
Yeah.
support my teammates who are more skilled with the controller than I am. But yeah, I also would definitely choose, like I said, a stare.
Yeah.
Rose is really fun just because she has that quick burst of speed.
Yeah.
But yeah, any of my teammates honestly would be completely okay with me because they're all so incredible.
Well, on the actual pitch, Gotham, you guys were eighth and the final seed this year in the playoffs. Now you're sitting in a position to lift your second trophy this year. What's been going through yours and the other players' minds, finding yourself where you're sitting?
Yeah, I think obviously going into playoffs as the eighth seed was not what we wanted
Hmm.
as any team in the playoffs would probably say the same. But we are grateful to be in the playoffs. This league is so competitive top to bottom, and to make the playoffs is an accomplishment in and of itself. And when we saw who we were going to have to play, we drew Kansas City. We knew it would be a tough game because of
Hmm.
how talented Kansas City is, but we had the belief from the first second we found out that we were able to get that result. And our staff steered us in that direction and made sure we maintained that mentality throughout the week leading into the game. They prepared us perfectly for that match.
Yeah.
And I think that the will and the drive that the experienced more veteran players had throughout that week and the day of the game really translated to us younger players who may not have been in situations like that before.
Hmm.
So our belief in ourselves never wavered, and that's credit to the older girls and certainly our staff, not only our coaching staff, but also our operations staff and our equipment managers and our media liaisons. They did everything, and our owners did everything possible to make sure that we were put in the best position come that game. And that result wouldn't have been possible without everybody.
Yeah. I mean, it feels weird to say that Gotham were the underdogs. Like, I don't think of Gotham as ever being underdogs in this league. Did you guys have that mentality, especially going up against Kansas City, or was it just like, yo, we're here to ball, and whoever's in our way, we're gonna stomp through you?
I would definitely say the latter. I
Yeah.
think that what I've noticed since being on this team and in this league is that Gotham really has their own identity and they stick to it regardless of the competition. Obviously, there's little idiosyncrasies that need to be focused on when it comes to specific opponents, but we are never going to underlook or overlook uh, anybody when we step onto the pitch. Um, I would say it's credit to our staff. They really make sure that we know what's being asked of us that week and what Gotham's identity is, and we take that into every match, regardless of the opponent. Um, but playoffs, I mean, everybody's gonna say it's just a different beast,
Yeah.
and it's proven to be just that. It's like a mini season in the midst of the whole season, and any team can win on any given day in this league in general, and that's proven to be so true in the playoffs, especially. So we just make sure we do everything we can and we control everything that we can, and just put our best foot forward every single time we step out there.
Yeah, and you guys are facing off against the Spirit. Spirit versus Gotham is always, I feel, must see TV. Sparks are going to fly, limbs are going to be going everywhere, never going to be a shortage of goals. Can you speak on the like quote unquote rivalry between DC and New York, and how does that last result play into how you guys approach lining up against them?
Yeah, I mean, I'll I'll say every time we play Washington Spirit, it's always an enjoyable game for me to be a part of and to witness just because of how talented the Spirit are.
Mm-hmm.
I think playing against talented players is just an enjoyable experience anytime, and
Yeah,
that's especially true against Washington. I think the rivalry makes it that much more fun. I think that it also really entices people to watch and to get
yeah,
involved, and it, like you said, draws eyes to women's soccer, and I think that's amazing. And to be in the midst of it and for it to be such such a huge game, we get to have this rivalry on such a big stage. I think that that is an experience every single person on both teams is looking forward to.
yeah. I mean, this has to be a pretty surreal feeling the past couple days for you. For those who don't know, it's your rookie season. It's been a pretty damn good one at that. Looking back on this past year, how would you describe your first season as a professional from your viewpoint? And, maybe how different is it from what you would have expected?
I mean, a year ago today, it was after my college season. I was hoping a team would take a chance on me. I was watching games like Gotham and Spirit in the semifinals and hoping to one day be a part of something like that. The fact that 365 days later, I am a part of that and I'm in the midst of all of this craziness is
Yeah,
just, like you said, surreal. I think from the first moment I stepped onto this team, I felt welcomed, I felt supported, but I was certainly not the player I am now. Back then, I think that anybody who gets to train amidst such talented players and such capable coaches day in and day out is never going to be the same person 10 months later,
yeah,
same player or person. So I think that the strides that I've taken throughout the last couple of months, not only on the field but off the field, I'm very proud of. I can certainly look back on the last couple of months and there was some great moments, there were some low moments, but I think when things aren't going your way and things are hurting, that means you're growing as a person. So it's all about perspective at times because there's never going to be a season where everything just comes easy. And I know every athlete will tell you that same thing, but having the caliber of players around me, but that's just one side of who they are. They're obviously very talented on the field, but there's such incredible people off the field,
yeah.
and they've supported me every single second of this season. So I think that my rookie season and any success that I've had is a testament to the type of people and players Gotham brings in,
Mhm.
and also just the support that I've had throughout.
Yeah, it's like that old cliche, iron sharpens iron. And like I don't want to harp on it too much because, I feel like you're doing something that most teams with stacked rosters like Gotham, you know, don't normally do. You've logged almost 1,400 minutes in NWSL play, played in 24 games, scored your first goal, leading the team in assists. And it's like, it's incredible how versatile you become, like being a plug and play midfielder and forward. And like, how do you see your role within this team? Because it's not like you've had a lot of time to be like timid and shy and sit back.
Yeah, I mean, I'm just going to embrace any role that the coaches tell me to and that the team needs me to be in. Even if that's off the field, I'm going to support whoever I need to support that week and make sure that everybody on my team, the coaching staff, feels supported. Anytime I get an opportunity to be on the field, I'm going to make the most of those minutes and just try to insert my own identity into whatever position I'm put into. I
Yeah,
think that you can really just do incredible things wherever you're put, as long as you maintain your own sense of obviously your own identity as a player and you have that confidence that I wouldn't have if it wasn't for the staff and the players around me constantly making me feel like I belong and that I'm capable of doing what they know I'm capable of, what I know I'm capable of wherever I may be. So I'm just gonna embrace my role as best I can wherever that may be, week in and week out.
that's great. And I think it's, obviously within the game and life in general, things are made easier by learning from people. Are there certain things that you picked up from older players, like what they're doing, or has anyone taken you under their wing to help you take on such an important role within the team?
Yeah, I mean, the list is just so extensive that I would be here all day if I tried to tell you every
Top
single
three.
person that has helped me. Um, I mean, my roommate on away trips is Jalen Howell, and I think that she is one of the best people that I've ever gotten the pleasure of playing with, but also knowing off the field. She's supported me from the first game that I've been a part of to this last game that of my rookie year
Yeah,
that I'll be a part of. So I think that she deserves every ounce of recognition that she gets. And um, she's an even more incredible person and player than people get to see on the field. I get to know her off the field. I get to see how she approaches every single day, how she treats everybody around her, and it's very admirable. And I can only hope to be half the player in person that she is when I am her age and in her shoes. And I hope to be able to impact younger players like she's impacted me.
yeah. I mean, and things have been going great for you on the pitch, and in doing so, Gotham rewarded you with what might be the quickest contract extension offer I've ever seen. You signed a multi-year deal till 2027. Now that you have some security to think beyond this season, like how do you envision your future within this club? I know that's a tough question.
I mean, I think Gotham taking a chance on me in general. Obviously, my last collegiate season, we didn't make the tournament. I had some individual success, but the team not doing as well as any of us had hoped for. I was weary without there being a draft and everything like
Yeah,
that. Um, but I was so incredibly grateful for Gotham for taking a chance on me. And it, I mean, every single time I step on the field, I'm playing for those people that looked at me and decided to give me this opportunity. So when they offered for me to extend with the club, I obviously was honored, but felt as if it was the least I could do because they took the chance on me and I hope to be able to deliver for them and the ways that they had for me.
it's not just NWSL play where Gotham have been dominant. You lifted your first trophy earlier this season professionally with CONCACAF W Champions Cup. You're playing all over, or you're playing teams from all over the Americas, and you just got called up. I think it was yesterday to the U23 national team. How are those situations impacting your play on the field with Gotham?
I think the opportunities that are arising for me are just because of Gotham. I
Mm,
think that the trust that they have in me on the field and the fact that I'm able to showcase how I play and what I can do on the field, I think that leads to obviously all of those other opportunities. They instill belief in me before I step into any other environment, just reiterating to be myself and to step into those environments with confidence and with poise. And um I obviously wouldn't be in those situations if it wasn't for Gotham giving me the opportunities that they have. So I am just very grateful to them, and I hope that I am able to represent them well in those situations and during those opportunities.
Amazing. And I know that you had to get out of here. So, last question, final score prediction for this game.
Oh, I don't want to put anything out there.
Okay.
But I'll certainly do everything in my power to help Gotham walk away with one. But yeah, I don't wanna put anything out there.
All good. Thank you, Sarah. It was nice
Thank
meeting you.
you. Thank you, you as well.
Underway has been brought to you by 818 Productions. Any use of Underway either acquired through podcast or video format that is captured by a third party with proper credentials requires the direct written consent of 818 Productions and must be used in compliance with all requirements and restrictions stated therein.